Hey, thanks for joining me on this video. My name is Jason Sen. If you don't know me, I started trading on the London Stock Exchange floor in 1987 when I was 19 years old. About 3 years later, I moved over to the floor of the London International Financial Futures Exchange in the early 90s, and I traded in the open outcry pits there until the end of the decade. And since then, I moved over to trading on the screens when all the markets went digital. And so I've basically been doing that ever since. About 35 years to date that I have been involved in the financial markets. Over the last 15 years, I've been providing signals and technical analysis to banks and independent retail traders, and that business has certainly been doing very well for me. Through that process, over those 35 years, basically, when I started all those decades ago, well, firstly, the internet didn't even exist. Smartphones didn't even exist. Mobile phones were just coming in, but they were rather brick-like large objects. So I've really seen technology explode in my lifetime. When I started, of course, there were books about trading, but there was no videos and no courses that you could really go on, nothing online anyway. Basically, it was a real trial and error. You were thrown in the trading pit with your own money, and you either made money or you lost money. You had to learn really quickly. And as I say, it was very much by trial and error. So over the years, I've made loads of rules. I've ended up writing loads of books for my own benefit so that I can remember all the rules. And I've also published these now. I've just decided to release them for free for my YouTube followers. And I'm going to go through some of these in a series, and I'm going to talk about what's in the content of the book. And then in the description box below, I'm going to give you a link. Click the link if you want to receive the series of 6 ebooks for free. I'm going to ask you to answer 5 simple questions. They're going to be either yes, no, true, false questions. It's going to take you 5 or 6 seconds, just so I can learn a little bit about how your trading is going. Give me your email address, and then I'll send you this series of ebooks over the next 2 or 3 weeks. You'll also get an opportunity to book a free mentor call with me, so you can actually talk to me book it up, and we can talk about your trading and perhaps ways that I can help you improve your trading. It's all free, no charge. It'd be interesting for me just to meet people and see how you're getting on. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to cover my golden rules of trading. Now, I've written these over and over again throughout the years because I've made every mistake in the book over and over again. I didn't just wake up one day and be the perfect trader. I unfortunately learned trading the hard way, and yeah, it was a struggle. It wasn't easy. I don't think anyone wakes up and is a gifted trader one morning. It really is a struggle, and it does take years. You can't master a skill like this. I say master. I wouldn't say I've mastered it. But you can't become a consistently profitable trader without making a lot of mistakes and learning. Same with every profession. Okay, so I've written my golden rules of trading. Here we go. The first one is actually do your own research and make your own decisions. Now, that's probably quite a funny first rule from someone who provides a technical analysis and signals service, which a lot of people, obviously I have a lot of subscribers. The business is very successful, but so many of the people who subscribe to me are actually good analysts, are actually good traders. They like what I do because it gives them extra confidence when they've spotted a trade opportunity and I have the same trade opportunity. It may even be for different reasons. The analysis may actually come from a different approach, but it gives them more confidence to actually execute the trade. But they do their own analysis. They do study their own trade. They do search for their own low risk trade ideas. This is important. You must set a budget for how much to risk on each trade. And obviously your risk must be in proportion to your reward. So I recommend risking 1% to try to make 2% or more of your account. You must use stop loss orders, and I've actually recorded a video with 18 reasons why you should use a stop loss. But also, if you click the link below, you'll get my free ebook on that subject as part of my series of ebooks. So you must use a stop loss, and you must never use the stop loss, move the stop loss further away from the entry point, which would mean increasing your potential loss. I'll go into that in the other video. Please do have a look for that. Set a daily win stop. So in other words, if you hit your target for the day, you've had a great day, stop, go away, do something else, enjoy the rest of the day. And the same with a loss. You have a maximum loss that you're prepared to take for the day. So if you've done 3 or 4 trades, they've all gone wrong, you've hit your maximum stop for the day, okay, you have to just walk away, clear your mind, get ready for the next day. That way you're protecting your downside, and you're going to be in a position where you're mentally ready to trade the next day, and obviously financially ready because you haven't blown a massive hole in your account. And of course, the amount you're prepared to lose in one day should be less than the amount that you're prepared to win. Of course, you don't want to have a series of 3 losses and then it's going to take you 2 weeks to make it back because you'll win, you'll quit trading when you've hit a profit which is smaller than the amount that you would be prepared to lose on a day. Okay, so here's my 15 points. Here's my 15 golden rules of trading. So first, don't run losses by moving your stop loss further away from your entry price. We've talked about that. You must always use a stop loss. Put the stop loss in, and if the trade hits the stop loss, fine. Bang, you're out. Move on to the next trade. Do not average into a losing trade purely because your position is losing and you can't bear to take a loss and you think the market's going to reverse. It's not a winning strategy. If your strategy is to average into a trade across a price range, and I do recommend that, I do that myself, that's fine. But don't average into a losing trade just because it is losing and you don't want to take the loss and you think eventually you'll be right. Do not enter a trade without proper research. Okay, study your technicals, and if you want to learn technical analysis, talk to me. I can teach you. I've written a course. It covers all the basics and all the techniques that I've learned over 35 years of trading. So please do look out for that. Do learn to do your own research. If you just follow others blindly, honestly, it's not going to work. You need to understand why you have entered a trade, not why someone else is recommending that you enter a trade. Don't lose more than a day than you intended to make. So, if your target is to make $200 in a day, don't go and lose $300. That's going to put you in a hole and it'll take you too long to make it back. Don't let a good profit turn into a loss. So let's say you're risking 15 pips to try and make 25 pips. If you've got up to 20 pips, you're getting close to your target. Don't allow the market to just turn around and then hit your stop. Trail your stop up, manage the position, make sure you at least come out of the trade with, say, 5, 6, 7, 8 pips in profit. The market may actually return to your entry point, may give you a second chance after you've taken that small profit. Don't enter a trade if you're unsure of the trend. I'm a trend follower. Following a trend is one of my key points. I go into that in my course actually. But identify the prevailing trend and trade in that direction. Don't go against the trend. Don't close trades without a good reason. I've done this. I'm bored, or I'm watching the market. I'm watching every pip. My strategy was to, as I say, maybe risk 15 pips to make 25 pips. The market might be going in the right direction, but it may not have moved for 2 or 3 hours. And you think, I'm only up 15 pips, and you get bored, or whatever the reason is, and you exit the trade. Don't do that. If you've got to trade the plan that you've made. So make a plan and trade that plan, and wait for either your stop or your target to get. Make sure you do have a target. If you get into a trade and you don't really know where you're going to exit, you're never going to be satisfied with where you get out. Even if you do make a really nice profit, you're probably going to be thinking, I could have, if the market continues going in the direction of the trade after you've got out, you're going to be kicking yourself thinking, I should have stayed in the trade. So you need to have a target, and you need to have a point at which you are satisfied with that trade and that you have made a good amount of money on it and you're prepared to move on to the next trade. Never cancel your stop loss, and always trail it in the direction of the profit. Never move it in the opposite direction. I think I've covered that one already. Don't overtrade. I've had subscribers contact me saying, I get drawn into the market. I'm trading fine, and then I start doing more and more trades. I'm looking at shorter and shorter time frames. I'm just overtrading, and then they're increasing their size too much as well. You've got to really watch that. Keep the size under control and keep the number of trades under control. Don't stare looking at the market and then it has a move, and then you think, it's shot up, it's going to turn around and go down. Don't trade spontaneously. You've got to have your plan in place, stick to the plan. The markets are going to move around anyway. Don't let that influence you while you're sitting there and watching your trade execute. Okay, so these are some of the ideas I have in my Golden Rules of Trading ebook. It's in my series of 6 ebooks. Please just click on the link in the description box below. Sign up for my series of ebooks. You'll have to answer 5 quick questions just to give me an idea of how you're getting on with your trading. And when you've done that, book a free mentor session with me, and we can have a chat about your trading and try and find ways in which I can help you to improve. Please also like and share and subscribe. You'll be doing me a big favor and helping others to find my education and analysis on this YouTube channel. Thanks so much for today, for joining me, and please look out for my other videos on my ebooks.